We are going live, and I am hopping onto Instagram and getting it to go live. It takes just a minute to set this up. We are going to be talking today all about, oh my gosh, so many things. Magnesium, the trifecta, the light frequency. So let's get this live on Instagram also. And then I'll pop back to where I'm like, here, and let's go. Okay. Calcium dominance, magnesium rich environment. Where are you at? Does that make sense? Is that something? Oh my gosh, Erin, good morning from North Carolina. That just made my day. I would love to send you a bottle of magnesium. Would you reach out to me through, let's see, what's going to be the best place? Okay. I reach out to me through Kristen, Kristen, Erin at livingthegoodlifenaturally.com, longest email ever. I'd love to send you a magnesium. Not just to start out with somebody interacting is the best for me. We are going to be talking about the energy of the sun, calcium dominance, magnesium rich, where the calcium goes if you don't have enough magnesium. Oh, Pam, hello from Georgia. Oh my gosh, you guys, you're making my day. Vanceboro, North Carolina. Oh, Erin, thank you so much. There's so much to pull together on this. One thing you are going to notice is the links aren't going to be there, and there's not going to be this really smooth transition. Team has the day off today. Utah has a state holiday, and we opted to give them today and tomorrow off. So Shelly is probably enjoying her grandson right at this moment. You're not going to have that beautiful flow of all of the links. My focus will be sharing the content, and Shelly does that part, and we are just happy and over the moon that she's got some time off. And so we're going to lower our expectations a little bit about this life. Calcium dominance. If you are not as healthy as you want to be, I would look personally at calcium dominance. And my name's Kristen. I'm a magnesium advocate. I am not a doctor. I am not diagnosing. I am not prescribing. Conversation for you to make the best decision for you. We do need to talk calcium dominance. When you don't have enough magnesium, it goes into the calcium goes to places it shouldn't be, and it hardens. Think of cement. My son used to lay cement in high school, and they would put the calcium in the cement and it would harden it. Calcium in the wrong places causes incredible lack of flexibility. Let's say it that way. Lack of flexibility for your body. And it creates hardening of the arteries. It calcifies the plaque in your veins. It hardens your bones and makes them brittle. It calcifies pineal gland. We need more magnesium than calcium. We need the magnesium to make the calcium easy to use for our body. We need to be 3 parts magnesium to 1 part calcium. The thinking used to be 2 parts magnesium to 1 part calcium. But, the more we learn, the more science learns about these incredible bodies of ours. And I've got a hair. Oh my gosh, so sorry. But that is, oh, I got it. That was going to drive me nuts. And the more they learn and the more that is understood about the role that magnesium plays, it's 3 to 1. And we determine our magnesium rates. We are so powerful. The thoughts we think, the amount of water we drink, the amount of sleep that we get determines how much magnesium we hold on to in our bodies versus pushing magnesium out because of cortisol. And one of the biggest things, let me grab some water, Erin, this is a great question, and it's one that I'm going to go deeper on my magnesium masterclass. If you're not a part of the Good Life Journal, you can go to the website livingthegoodlifenaturally.com. The magnesium masterclass happens the first Monday of every month, and that is a topic that we will dive deeper in. It's not one that we can do in 30 minutes, and so we'll dive deeper onto that one. Hello, Autumn. So glad you're here. The calcium dominance, if you're waking up in the morning and just not feeling good, that's typically a sign of calcium dominance. If you have pain in your body, that's a sign of calcium dominance. When you do experience a lot of pain, someone with a migraine, someone with a back issue, someone with arthritis, our magnesium burns faster, so we need more magnesium. And the very tools that you need to keep your pain center opening and closing is magnesium and calcium. If you don't have enough magnesium, then your pain centers can't shut down. And so what can happen is the pain signal is still running down, but you don't have the magnesium there for your body to communicate, hey, the pain is gone, shut it down. And so you're still experiencing pain. Now, please, I am not saying that magnesium takes away all pain. And this is where we can create gaps, because we hear all of these things. We hear all of these things that magnesium can do, and we start to think like, wow, this is a magic bullet. I can take 10, 15, 20, 30 years of not feeling good, soak in magnesium, and all is well. And it just doesn't work like that. Magnesium is amazing. It's the master mineral. When you soak in magnesium, you achieve cell saturation and overcome calcium dominance. It does amazing things in your body. It does not heal everything. And 30 days of soaking. Many times people will do the 30-day challenge and they've created a gap. And when we create gaps, we leak our health through that gap. Magnesium is pushed out quicker, faster. We burn through, and we need more and more magnesium. And so living the good life naturally is 2 parts. Yes, soak in magnesium, but let's decrease our magnesium burn rate so that we're soaking in magnesium less, that we're out there living and doing amazing things and creating instead of just focus on soaking magnesium because there's so much stress happening. Bringing those 2 together closes the gap and helps you create optimal health. The magnesium morning trifecta is such a part of walking away from calcium dominance. And so I want to focus on those light energies and nervous system regulation and calcium dominance and bring that all together. The magnesium morning trifecta does 3 things. Good morning, Olivia and Andrea. Good morning, Beverly. So good to have you here. That magnesium morning trifecta has a synergy. For example, Shelly and I were just talking about this yesterday. We are so grateful for each other. Our brains work so differently. Oh my goodness. We have respect for the different strengths that our brains have. And it comes together and we're better. There's synergy. Like, for example, if Shelly was here today, she would be popping up all of these links and finding blog posts to support and doing all those things. Her and I together are better than singly on our own. And there's such deep respect there for how the differences are. And instead of focused on, oh, you didn't do that right, or why didn't you do this? We've come together and we've made something better. That's what happens with the synergy. That's what happens with the synergy of bringing things together. And that's what the Magnesium Morning Trifecta does. Oh, Tiffany, great question. Can I cut back the quarter cup to stretch your bottle? Absolutely, you can. Recognize and decrease expectations because you won't be getting that full dose. And this is where, Tiffany, determining how much and what your goals are. If your goal is cell saturation and you're not there yet, and you're decreasing your magnesium, that can create a gap as to how quickly that happens. There is absolutely cut back, but also adjust expectations, determine what your goal is. Some people, their goal is relaxation, and they're not concerned about magnesium cell saturation. My goal is magnesium cell saturation and making sure that I've achieved that and I'm maintaining that. Now, maybe you're at cell saturation, absolutely cut back. Determining what your specific goal is, matching your action, matching your expectation is what healthy women do to create optimal health. So absolutely, yes. 2 capfuls work. How much is needed in a tub, Barbara? My sweet husband was using way too much magnesium, and we were going through that bottle so fast because he was just glug, 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 glug. I'm calling him out. And I've done all sorts of things to get a smaller dose going in to preserve the amount of magnesium that we use and that we're not wasting it. 3 capfuls is approximately a quarter of a cup. And that's what he does, is 3 capfuls. 1, 2, 3, dumps it in. Or I guess 1, dump it in, 2, dump it in. So 3 capfuls equals approximately a quarter of a cup. Absolutely, you could do 2. But again, just like Tiffany, we need to bring in those expectations. Okay. Oh my gosh, we've got such great. Okay. Erin, yes. Yes. And it's so easy to buy into that. Oh my goodness, if this quarter cup helped me and I have a lot of pain, blood, 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 3/4 of a cup is going to be amazing. Your body can't uptake that much. It doesn't do more for you. Just like, for example, if you've soaked in the morning and you're soaking in the evening, yes, you might get some relaxation benefits and enjoy the ritual of that. Up 24 hours, you need to uptake that magnesium for optimal. I want the least amount going in for the most amount of benefits. Now, not that you can't do that. I wouldn't, because that soak, I want to give my body that optimal time to uptake it. The sale is done. The sale is done. It ran for 21 days. And so all good things have to come to a close. And so that one's not going on anymore. Is it helpful to do a 30-day soak quarterly or every 6 months? I soak 2 to 3 times a week now. Understanding your burn rate is going to help you with calcium dominance. Understanding your burn rate. Some people need to do it once a year, and that's it, to do that 30-day challenge, and then they just do maintenance soaking. Nervous system regulation will play a role in how often. I tend to do the 30-day challenge 2 to 3 times a year. I know my body. I've had my magnesium tested a lot, and that's a good fit for me. It really depends on your individual burn rate. And again, what your goals are with magnesium. When it's starting, oh, Jenny, hello. I don't think I've seen you here before. When starting the 30-day soak challenge at night, is it best to do before or after a shower, or does it really matter? The most important thing when you soak is to work on your lymph. Do a little bit of lymph massage, tapping, getting on your ears. In fact, that would be, that would be a good one to do on one of our magnesium moments. And I will, in fact, I'm writing a note so that I forget. Oh, Jenny in Oklahoma. I love it. Oh, and your first order. So, really like massaging that lymph, tapping, getting behind your knees. And another, because we're getting close here on our time, the next one, let's do that lymph. And I'll just show you what I do. I'm writing that down. Lymph for next. I'll have to be set up in a different place so that I can back up and show you the lymph moves that I do just to open up the lymph, because magnesium is being pumped through your feet and the lymph is what's moving it. The more open your lymph, the more benefit you will get from that magnesium. And magnesium is hydrophilic. It moves with water. The more hydrated you are, the more your lymph is open, the more efficiently that magnesium moves through your body. Our next Wednesday that you and I are hanging out, the next Wednesday, I will do it in the podcast room where I've got more space, and we'll go through that. Anything that you do to your lymph, though, anything here, behind your ears, this is the big one, really pulling that across, tapping, rubbing, patting, anything that you do behind your knees, anything that you do on lymph beforehand is going to help benefit. Yes, absolutely. I'm a Pilates girl, and that Pilates absolutely, and your breath. Let's not forget the power of breath, because that moves your lymph. And so doing some really good breathing, 30, 60 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes. Here's the thing. I want to make sure that, and I can't control how you're walking away. It's up to you. I do want to caution you. Don't get so caught up in doing all of these things that you feel like you don't have time, or think that you don't have time to soak in magnesium. Do 3 big deep breaths. Do this with your lymph. Pull it across. I see that happening a lot, that pattern. Oh, Barbara, I'm so glad you were able to be here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So good to see you. Making sure that you keep it simple and that you get soaking in magnesium. Many times we overcomplicate what needs to happen. And in the overcomplication, it's how we're keeping ourselves safe from being healthier. For example, if you're so burdened, like, oh, I've got so many things, and you just feel so burdened and heavy. Well, ultimately, if you're healthier and you're feeling better, people are going to expect more things from you. Okay, I'm moving my clock back to 15 minutes so I don't go too long. I have been known as the long-winded queen, so I keep a timer going to remind me. And we can overcomplicate it to keep ourselves safe. If you're overwhelmed right now, and ultimately, if you feel better, there's more things that will be put on your plate and expectations. And what if you let people down? You're subconsciously going to create those gaps that walk you away from being healthy. Okay, so we've got so many. Will traditional docs include checking mag and potassium and D3 levels in blood work? Any thoughts? Oh, I have so many thoughts. I've talked a lot about magnesium blood serum or magnesium serum testing and magnesium RBC testing. Most docs will check for serum. I'm talking about magnesium RBC. Go back in some past videos, and I talk about that a lot, and there's links on my website under Learn for the vitamin D, active and stored, and the magnesium RBC test that I like. Some will and some others. Kathy, I am so grateful you said that. Every time I send out a text is so personal. When I send those out, and it's like a list of, I think it's like 10 or 12,000 people that the texts go out to. And I always wonder, did they want that text? So I appreciate it. And remember, if you're on that texting list and you don't want it, put stop and reply back stop, and it will automatically take you off of that list. Okay. Too much is useless, like wearing, oh my goodness, that, Angie, is the best analogy. I love clothes. I love the history, the manufacturing, the politics, the design, the color, the creativity. I love clothes. And that is such a visual for me. It would be like me wearing every beautiful silk scarf I've ever thrifted. It would take away from the beauty and the simplicity of those scarves. I love that. Oh, the most from the 30-day challenge. One of the things that I am working on is expanding that 30-day challenge and meeting the needs of more people. Some people just want that one little thing. They want it quick. They want it easy. Some people want more. And there's so much more I can share with you about what to do during that 30-day challenge. And is what I'm adding is there's a 30-day challenge that you can sign up for that just sends you one little bit of information about magnesium, about soaking, about the 30-day challenge. It comes in a text. It's very, very short. I am creating a landing page for each day. You can get that one little short bit of information, or you can click on the link, and I'll go a little bit more long-winded, and I'll also put it in bullet points. So if you have time to watch the video, watch the video. If you don't have time, you can update the main points and bullet points. And so there will be 30 landing pages that's really built out. And my goal is, that I hope that it's helpful to people. And so knowing, that helped Angie, that helps me. Like, I'll think of you when I'm talking. I love doing this when I know people are there, and recording in front of a camera, I can go a little blank, like, well, what do I need to talk about? So Angie, knowing that helps me so much as I'm building out those 30 landing pages to dive deeper into the Magnesium 30-day challenge and the things that can happen. Yes, Tiffany, we have that right now. You can join that texting challenge. And if you go to the website under Learn, so on the main page of the website, see if Shelly were here, boom, she would have that link up for you. On the main page of the website, go to Learn, and it will have Join the 30-day challenge. It is set up right now. It's one little snippet in the text. I'm going to be adding a link to that snippet that expands it. And so you get the snippet, but if you want more, you can click on the link, and there will be a video and bullet points. I'm working on that right now. Kathy, what is my website? Obviously www. Did that just like show my age? Did I said that? Oh, that's funny. Okay, we have got about 7 more minutes. livingthegoodlifenaturally.com is my website. And if you go to Learn, it will have the 30-day texting challenge. It will have the magnesium red blood cell test that I like. It will have the active vitamin D that most doctors do not test for, and the stored vitamin D, because that's a huge part of magnesium, is making sure that our stored is converting to active. And magnesium makes that connection, and tracking that, in my opinion, opens the first gateway of health. Okay. Let's see. If you spend your whole, whatever. Oh, Aaron, I Love that. I love that because, oh, I'm so glad, Rochelle. I am so glad that that got answered. That's like my happy place to know that it was a benefit to you. That mindfulness is, you know, I'm known because I've been hanging out on social media for years and years and years. I'm known, that mad lady. A lot of people will call me, or that lady that talks about magnesium all the time, soaking in magnesium. And I also want people, when they see my face or see my company, it's more than just soaking in magnesium. It's creating harmony and harmonizing with your true, authentic self, because that keeps your need for magnesium lower. That's how powerful we are. The way we breathe, the thoughts we think determine how much magnesium we need. Let's hop back over to that magnesium morning trifecta and the frequencies, harmonies, and colors of the sun that walk us away from calcium dominance. The magnesium morning trifecta is walking. Walking is incredibly powerful when it comes to the benefit of your cells being receptive and open to all of the things that come. For example, if you and I were going out to lunch, let's just imagine. If you and I are going out to lunch and I say to you, oh, you are just radiant. You're glowing. You look so beautiful today. And it just lifted me to be in your presence. And you went, oh, no. Oh, no. I didn't do my hair today, or I just put my hair up in a clip because it's so hot and it's falling out. You're not receiving that compliment. You're not receiving that lift. It's there, but you are so powerful, you pushed it away. Your cells play that same pattern. The magnesium morning trifecta opens up your cells to higher frequency, to receiving what's around the cell to benefit, support, and optimize the cell. The first 2 hours of morning sunshine have the highest frequency. They have the most violet. Violet is a higher frequency than red light therapy. It's the original, the spectrum of colors that we receive from the first 2 hours of the sun coming up and walking in it. So our eyes are uptaking that resonance from the sun. We're uptaking that beautiful spectrum of colors. It decreases inflammation. It activates cells to decrease inflammation. Now, for example, my husband has times that he can't walk. Double amputee, he can't. Got an adjustment yesterday, and it was a tough day. The next 3 days are going to be tough. And he can't walk. And so if you're listening right now and you're in a situation that you can't walk, or you can't get out there for 30 to 60 minutes and walk in that morning sunshine and then soak in magnesium for that resonance that comes with, we're going to go we're going to go 5 more minutes with that resonance that the sun and walking creates. It's okay. Get your, we used to open up our window when he just laid there so that the sun could come shining through and his eyes could uptake that. When you get that in the morning, it increases your serotonin levels. It boosts your endorphins. It activates cells to reduce inflammation. And then, if possible, as you're walking, you are clean. Think of it as you walk, every step clearing out the garbage around the cell that has not been able to get in because of stress, too much sugar, too much carbs, not enough sleep, so many things. We're cleaning that out. I have a I think it's called Tineco, Tineco, and it vacuums and mops at the same time. And that machine changed my life. I love it. It does it all at once. It cleans it out and it creates a more beautiful space. The Magnesium Morning Trifecta does the same thing. It creates a beautiful space for optimal health. You're cleaning out around the cell. You're increasing your magnesium levels. You're decreasing your inflammation. You're boosting your serotonin. You're walking at a time or laying there. You're in that space of time that we are offered every single morning for 2 hours, a higher frequency. Have you ever walked into someone's space and you just felt better? They're resonating at that higher frequency. Those violet rays. And I have red light therapy machines and I love them. In fact, I have a new one coming for my face and my neck. And red light therapy is great. Those machines are awesome. If that's something that you ought to invest in, nothing is as good as the gift we are given the first 2 hours of every day. You might work during the first 2 hours. You might be on swing shift. You might not be able to get it. I'm not saying you have to have it perfectly. Walk 30 to 60 minutes every morning in the sunshine and soak in magnesium when you're done. Optimal perfection is not where we create health. There's a gap there between real life and optimal. And that's where our creativity gets to step in and figure out what's the best way for me to make this work in my life so that it's real and happening. I've had times in my life that I can do that every single morning. I've had other times in my life I reduced my expectations with no guilt, like, okay, this isn't happening right now. How can I optimize what I can do? That decreases the patterns of beating yourself up, guilt, stress over not being able to do it optimally. That Magnesium Morning Trifecta is a gift that's given to us every morning. Those frequencies of the sun. You cannot buy a machine that is that powerful. We need to get out in it when we can. We need to take our creativity and we need to create what works for us with no guilt. And different stages of your life, you will have changes in your ability to create. Healthy women make it work for them, and they're creative. Living the good life naturally is a creative wellness initiative. It takes creativity to step in and make it work for you. We're walking away from guilt. We're walking away from beating ourselves up that we didn't do it perfectly. And we're claiming, this is what I did today, and we're celebrating. Maybe it was opening the door, sticking your head out, taking your blue light glasses off. No, glasses will filter what you're getting. Taking the glasses off and just blinking a couple times and celebrating that we participated in that Magnesium Morning Trifecta. Make it work for you. Okay, there was a question here. Okay, walking. Oh, this one, Tiffany. In the thick of 30 days, but have a week trip. Can't take it on the airplane. Can I use the lotion or something so I don't need to start over? Here's what I would do. But take what we just talked about and make it work for you, okay? I would take the spray. And because that has more magnesium than the lotion, I would spray my feet morning and night, any other soft tissue areas, inside of thighs, under arms. Soft tissue absorbs more. Definitely the feet, though. They absorb the most. And then I would do that while you were on vacation, if possible. And then when I got home, I would extend my soaking for the amount of time that I wasn't able to soak. That's going to give you a more, if you're testing, that's going to give you a more accurate representation of where your body's at with magnesium. Yes, we want that 6.3. That magnesium test is telling us so many things about our body. Magnesium shines the light on what is broken. And if you're not uptaking it and you didn't hit a 5 on that first test, we're going to a place of gratitude, because now we know we have a break in our foundation. We have a crack, a gap, and we need to fill that gap in instead of soaking for 3 years, thinking it's doing all this benefit when it's not. Oh, Tiffany, you're so kind. Donna, the Magnesium Morning Trifecta, early morning sunshine, the first 2 hours, walking in that early morning sunshine and soaking in magnesium decreases inflammation, creates synergy in the body, increases our frequency, and helps us absorb that violet from the sun, that higher resonance of color. It is our body's ability to create melatonin. Our morning sunshine helps determine how much melatonin we create to sleep that night. And soaking in magnesium after we've done that is the spark plug that activates all of the goodness of what we just did in that higher frequency morning time. In short, I've loved being with you today. We are next time I've got it written down, because we talked a lot about the power of the sun and the Hertz cycle. Well, we didn't even get into that, did we? Okay, we'll do that later. Before we go, I want to know, what was your powerful takeaway of what you connected with? What is your takeaway? And here's what I'm going to do. This is so important to break patterns. It's so easy to scroll social media, and we learn all of these amazing things, but we're getting stuck in our heads with all the knowledge. The difference of education that we have now versus when I started, day and night difference. We are so much more educated. We have it coming at us every single way. It's action. If you've ever been overwhelmed, overwhelm is not an emotion, it's a lack of action. You and I hanging out together today, hopefully you felt connection, and that helps. Healthy women are connected women. It's the action that you will take about something that you powerfully connected to in our time together. Donna, soaking at night is great. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong one. Let's see, where did that go? Oh, there we go, right? Oh, I can't. Oh, did that work? Oh, there we go. Soaking at night is great. If you're wanting to step into optimal with the Magnesium Morning Trifecta and collecting that synergy, morning is a great time after you've walked and gotten that sunshine. And just like Shelly and I create synergy together, you'll notice there wasn't all the links and all the things coming up, and it was a little klutzy as I did both. You'll create synergy with 3 of the most powerful tools to create a strong foundation of your health. Is what I get concerned about. I'm creating a boundary though. Healthy women have strong boundaries and respect other people's boundaries. I hope you're not walking away thinking, oh, I soak at night, I haven't done it right. That is low resonance thinking, and that doesn't create what we want. It doesn't step us into that resonance. It's, oh, I just learned, and I might create some time when it's a good fit for me to step into that Magnesium Morning Trifecta. Make it work for you. Okay. Oh, let's go to the action. Angie, Trifecta, taking action. Action shows your body, your mind, that there is movement and forward motion. If you'll take it as soon as you can, those little micro actions, like for example, you just took a micro action because you put it in the physical world by typing it. You actually shared it with other people. That is a micro action. The more we celebrate those micro actions, instead of beating ourselves up that we maybe didn't, we soaked at night, not the morning, those micro actions and celebrating them, recognizing them, are what connects us to that higher frequency that is that light to shine. That is the ultimate goal of living the good life naturally. That's the end goal. That's it. Oh, Judy, the power of walking in the sun. It clears out around that cell. It opens the cell that it can take in all of the goodness. And there's nothing more powerful than violet light. In fact, when I journal, I write in purple ink. I love it. I write in purple ink. I'm a big journal girl for my mental health, and violet ink is my favorite. That resonance, that power, the clarity is a beautiful thing. Okay, let's see. Joy, the first 2 hours of the day and the benefits. Violet light, never heard this. Oh, Joy. Oh, are you standing on the ocean in that picture? Oh, happy day. Negative ions of the ocean are some of the best. Oh, morning trifecta is a big one. Oh, I love this. Oh, Sarah. Okay, I was just doing, Sarah, I'm going over. I work really hard to stay at 30 minutes, but it's the holiday. I was just doing a blog post, Sarah, and I thought of you because it's when you get your magnesium testing back, I talk milligrams, not millimoles. And Sarah gave me the little, she sent it to me in a text, I think, and I took a picture of it. And so I searched through all my photos for Sarah and math equation, and it popped up, and it's going on a blog post. So a huge thank you to Sarah for helping me with that. And it was just so fun to think about her. So it's so good to see your beautiful face. Oh, Elizabeth, you are not alone. I'm standing with you, acknowledging same for me, and not letting it stop either of us. Perfectionism is driven by fear, and fear is darkness, not light. And sometimes, and maybe sometimes I can't do stuff for myself. I don't know if you're like that, Elizabeth. I can do things for other people, and I am learning how to do that for myself. And the more I learn that, the healthier I am mentally. Personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying, okay, I want this for my family. I don't want my family to be around fear and darkness and have to hold that energy with me. I want them to be around light. And when I buy into that perfectionism, I'm stepping into a much lower, darker frequency. And light is what I want my family to experience when they're with me. I want them to feel supported when they walk away because it just naturally flows from me. In fact, that's my visualization every night as I go to bed, is just that light just flowing and my family just being enveloped by that light. I too, perfectionism. I want to be really careful with my words so I don't create more of it. I'm with you. And we see it for what it is. We let it go with ease, and we recognize that it stops help. It stops light. It stops being the person that I am. And when it comes up, no guilt, no shame, just letting it go. I'm Yeah, we're together. I see you. I see you. Okay, Vanessa, morning trifecta. Try and switch up my soak time to mornings. Feel so energized with morning soaks. I've got a video on the things that can happen with morning soaks. Oh, Tiffany, I love it. Love it. Oh, yes, we're backdoor neighbors. I have to tell you, though, my house is changing. We're selling our home in California. And I'm really proud of myself that I just said that with no tears. It is the right thing to do. You mourn to the level that you loved. And my little California beach house was a period in my life I absolutely loved. But yes, we're backdoor neighbors. I love that. That's exactly the synergy I wanted to create on these lives. So thank you for stepping in with me on that. Oh, Pam, are there? I'm really excited for the next one. I'll do our next magnesium moment next Wednesday in the podcast room, and I've got more space there. And so we'll go from down. I love it. Yes, overwhelmed is a lack of action. Absolutely. Oh, Aaron, trifecta for next 30 days. Oh, my little fur baby loves it too. He's over asleep on the couch. My fur baby loves it. Oh, is it Andra? I think Andra, that's such a beautiful name. Morning walks are game-changing for me. Yes. I did a lot of research on this, Aaron, and I got another, excuse me. I did a lot of research on this because in Morro Bay, so many of my morning walks, we had it's called the bloom there by the ocean, like June. And it's overcast and you've got that coming in off the ocean. And I'm like, am I getting the benefit? Absolutely, you are. Yes, absolutely. Robin, hello. Hello. And then soaking AM. Oh, did you see it, Sarah? Did that already go out? Maybe it already went out. One of the things I'm really focused on is being open to more support, and I don't have to do everything. And so I create the content and the things, the ideas, and then I'm handing that off to other people. So I have more time to really share those thoughts and ideas that I have. So maybe that already went out. Oh, yay for team. But anyway, I was thinking of you yesterday. Affirmations. Oh, yes. I go to bed with them. I am with them in the morning. Oh my gosh. Okay. Another magnesium moment. I changed up my affirmations and it was so powerful as I put them in different contexts. We can talk about that too. Love it. Yes. Analysis paralysis. Karen, I love it. So good to see you. It was delightful being with you today. I did go a little bit over. I'm really working on sticking at 30 minutes. I just loved it. Ugh. So I have to remember, okay, here it is. Okay. One of the things that I am learning is it is not mine to control if you're stressed, if this went long. I am choosing not to walk away with shame that I went over the 30 minutes and knowing if it wasn't a good fit for you, you guys could hop off. It's constant, just little things like that. And I want to pull back the word constant. It's being present with the thoughts. And I as I looked at that clock, I thought I did it again. And I am choosing not to walk away with shame that I went longer. I am choosing to focus on the beautiful connection that I experienced and interacting and connecting with each of you. And I'm making that decision strongly. I'm not walking away with shame that I didn't stick with that 30 minutes because it has been delightful. So good to see everyone. Next Wednesday, our next magnesium moment. And Magnesium Masterclass goes only out to the Good Journal. You can sign up on my website, livingthegoodlifenaturally.com. The Magnesium Masterclass happens only to the Good Life Journal the first Monday of every month at 11 Mountain Standard, and the link only goes to the journal. It's a little bit longer, and we dive a little bit deeper on things like this. Mwah. Have the best day. Bye, guys. Oh, I've got to shut it off on Insta too. Okay, I think I do Insta first. And live video. Does that work? Yes. And then stream. Is that off now? Oh no. I don't even know if that's streamed. Okay. Learning.